Have you ever felt as if you have nowhere to turn during times of crisis? There are people around the world at this very moment who feel this feeling themselves, and this feeling can even be more frightening when you are a child or a young adult. There are many places around here and in different places all over the world that help people during difficult times, but one specific program that helps youths in this situation is Seton Youth Services. Seton Youth Services serve the youths in times of crisis in many ways. Three primary areas being the boys and girls shelters that they run, the mentoring program that they have founded, and the readily available youth outreach programs. The Seton Youth Services were founded in 1985, and their mission statement is that they shall provide a safe haven, counseling, and outreach services 24 hours per day without charge to assist youth in crisis throughout Hampton Roads with the goal of reuniting families. It was originally named Mother Seton House and ran by a local clergy and a few concerned community members. They were worried about the young girls who had run away or who were homeless and were now vulnerable to the harshness of living on the street. In 1999, the boys' shelter was opened in addition to the girls' shelter, and the young boys were able to receive aid too. The Seton Youth Services primarily serves ages 9 to 18, but they also have programs that serve children younger than this, such as their mentoring program. One main way that Seton Youth Services serves its youth is through the boys and girls shelters that they have open in the Virginia Beach area. These shelters are open 24 hours and they serve ages 9 through 18. They serve runaways, homeless, and trafficked youth, as well as youth in crisis situations, such as having difficulties with their family, their communities, or their schools. They provide the youth with youth advocacy, as well as both individual and family crisis counseling. They also make sure that children are attending school and that they're getting whatever necessities that they have for these classes that they're taking. They also provide a safe place for them to turn in times of trouble and give them food, shelter, warmth, and just people to turn to. Another important function of Seton Youth Services is that it provides mentoring programs to youth in difficult circumstances. These mentoring programs are free, and they are open to kids ages 4 through 18, which gives a wider availability than the shelters do. Their main emphasis is to provide additional guidance and support in navigating personal, academic, and social challenges. One thing that I found very important about this is that they are not trying to take the place of the parent. They are trying to work in tandem with the parents or the legal guardians of the kids in order to give them extra support in whatever area they are lacking. These mentors commit to spending a minimum of 4 hours a month together for at least one full year. They can do any kind of recreational, educational, or cultural activity. And this is a fulfillment not only for the mentee, but also for the mentor. The mentor gets a sense of accomplishment in being able to positively impact someone else's life in such a heavy way. While you have to be 20 years of age in order to become a mentor, I think that this is truly an amazing opportunity to help reach others, both to share Christ with them and to give them a positive influence in their lives. Finally, the last way that the Seton Youth Services makes a difference in the lives of the youth in crisis in their community is through their readily available youth outreach programs. So the youth outreach program offers on-site crisis counseling, crisis intervention, immediate access to emergency shelters for ages 9 through 18 years old, and intensive support services. The youth outreach programs provides the youth basic needs, 24-hour staff supervision, parental access to maintain the parent-child relationship, facilitation of continued education in the public schools, and individual and family counseling so that they can make cases to assist the youth and the parents in order to connect them and provide services that are needed. The main parts of this program include their van outreach and their safe place sites. Their van outreaches provide food, clothing, hygiene items, and written information. And this written information includes educating the youth on crisis situations and prevention methods for issues such as child abuse, substance abuse, human trafficking, homeless and running away from home. And it also provides resources to medical, mental health, and substance abuse treatment. These safe place sites Our youth outreach program helps to build the safe place sites to shelter kids in crisis and give them a safe place to escape to throughout their community. This could be, for example, their library, churches, schools, fire stations, or really anything else like that that you can think of. They have a 24-hour hotline where children can call in for help of any kind. For example, they can talk to a counselor if they're going through some sort of mental health crisis, or they can schedule an emergency pickup meeting with one of the residents in the shelters in order to be taken and placed in one of the shelters. And an important fact of the Safe Place sites is that they are licensed with the National Safe Place Organization, and all of the people working at these sites have to have background checks in order to be able to work there so that the kids can feel safe. These Safe Place sites help to educate kids on the dangers of running away and also the dangers of dealing with dangerous situations on their own. Ultimately, Seton Youth Services is aiding the children and young adults in its community in numerous ways, such as the shelters they have in the city, the mentoring programs available at their facilities, and the youth outreach programs that allows the youth to have helpers come to them through the van outreach and have easy access to the workers through the 24-hour hotline. There are many ways in which you yourself can get involved. You can become a mentor, you can become a residential aide and work in some of the shelters, you can volunteer at any of their recreational sites or in the shelters. Such volunteers can be groundskeepers, they can help with the upkeep in shelters, they can conduct donation drives, work closely with the kids through educational and recreational avenues, or you can also become a community partner, and this can either be financially or volunteering your time to help serve. One thing that I found very important when looking at their page is that they are trying to build one campus for all of the kids to be on together and to also receive educational help. And you can donate to this one campus, and they are really trying to get this done in the next year or two. So that is very important to note. Overall, there's much we can do to help youth in crisis not have to feel the feeling of helplessness and hopelessness with nowhere to turn. We all should ourselves think of more ways in which we can help those in need and take action like Seton Youth Services has now been doing for 4 decades. Thank you.